This is a dynamic widget. Customized and dynamic widgets appear on the dashboard screen, determined by the widget types defined in the Mosaic Library screen. Specifically, this dynamic widget automatically updates based on real-time data or user interactions. All fields defined under the Field tab are displayed on the widgets. These can take the form of a button, a badge, a link, or a label. Additionally, all data source fields defined under the Field tab are displayed on the widget within the homepage dashboard. The user verifies the data displayed on the screen against the count available in the data source field on the widget. If an error occurs in any created field record on the Mosaic Library screen, the system will display an error sign in the top left corner of the dynamic widget. Next, we will move to the Onfinity system to understand how to create these fields. We have created the product category widget. We will now go to the Field tab. This tab is enabled only when the dynamic widget type is selected. If a customized widget is chosen, the Field tab is disabled or hidden from the window. Since this is a dynamic widget, proceed to the Field tab, click on it, and then click on the New Record option. Here, you will enter the name of the field. Next, enter the name of the field control type. There are 4 types of control types available: badge, button, label, and link. We will understand each control type individually to clarify its specific meaning or usage. For this example, we will enter badge. We select badge as the control type. When badge is chosen for this particular widget, it indicates that it is used to display a count or a number. No actions are performed through this control type. This control type is solely for displaying counts or numbers. If the user wishes to include an image, they should select that option here. The next topic is HTML style. This HTML style setting is similar to what is applied to the main widget. Any HTML style added here will apply only to this specific field. For example, I have set the background color to pink with a small font size. Next, there is a badge checkbox. This checkbox is currently disabled because it functions only with the control type button or link. You will enter the sequence here, which determines the order in which the field appears on the particular widget. The next option is Same Line. This is used to ensure that the field displays on the same line as the previous field. For the On-Click setting, data is entered. This functionality primarily works for control types such as a button or a link, triggering actions when a user clicks on that specific widget element. Here, we enter the on-click data. We define parameters here, ensuring that when the user clicks on that button or link field, it will redirect based on the parameters defined in this on-click field. The Apply Data Source option is used to display a list of the most frequently used items or data. By marking this as true, all subsequent columns, including top tab, field, prefix, and suffix, become enabled. It is important to note that this will only function if the widget is bound to a single screen. This allows us to select a specific screen on the Parent Header tab for this particular field. We will not create a new field record at this moment, as it would not save. For the current field, we have already set the control type as a badge, specified the background color as pink, and the font size as small. Now, we will save this configuration. Next, create another field, which is a button field. If you select Button as the control type for a specific widget, it is used to trigger actions or navigate to a particular screen, based on the parameters defined under the on-click data. Again, enter the background HTML style. Here we can enter the parameters. These parameters are defined under the on-click field. After entering them, just save the record. Next, we will create the label field. To do this, we select Label as the control type. The label field is used to display only static text or a description. We do not enter any on-click parameters for this field because it is not designed for triggering actions. It is solely for displaying static text or descriptions. The sequence for this field is 30. Save the record. Next, we will move to the link field. Here we select Link as the control type. Selecting this control type allows navigation to another page or resource. The link control type can be used in the same way as the button control type. Parameters can be added or defined for the on-click field. Next, we have the HTML style. If any CSS properties or HTML style are defined here, the field will display accordingly. Otherwise, if the Show in Random Color checkbox is marked under the Header tab on the widget, then this link field's color will be displayed on the widget according to that random color. Currently, we are not entering or defining any HTML style here. For the link control type, we will use the badge checkbox. This checkbox is exclusively for button and link control types. By marking this badge checkbox as true, the badge value and badge style fields become enabled on this screen. Under badge value, we enter the SQL query, which represents a specific status count or other information. You can write an SQL query or a numeric value under this field. For demonstration, we will enter it here. Just copy from here and save it here. If an SQL query is written here, the system shows the count based on the data fetched from the specified screen. However, if we do not enter or write an SQL query, and instead enter a numeric value, such as 5 or 10, then that number is displayed directly with this link field on the widget. The next option is badge style. This is similar to the HTML style. Whatever CSS properties are defined here will apply to the badge style. Otherwise, the badge will display with a random color. The next field is sequence. This sequence set to 40 means the field's display order is determined by what we have defined here. This link field is now saved. Next, we will move to the Apply Data Source checkbox. We create the Apply Data Source field. This field is primarily used to display a list of frequently used items or data within a specific screen. This functionality works only for button or link control types. Currently, we have selected Link. Regarding the HTML style, we will leave this field blank for now. We will now address the Apply Data Source option. By marking this checkbox as true, additional columns such as top, field, tab, prefix, and suffix become enabled. It is crucial to understand that this functionality operates only if the widget is bound to a single screen. Therefore, no tab or field is currently visible here, as no screen has been designated. We can select one specific screen here, for example, the product category. After selecting, save it, and then navigate to the Apply Data Source Field tab. The tab name of the parent screen is visible there. Once this checkbox is marked as true, additional fields become enabled. This is the top column. In this column, we define the value range, for instance, from 1 to 10. This range means the system will display a list of the most frequently used items within the specified screen for the particular column we have chosen here. The tab will then display according to the parent tab of the screen that the user selected on the widget header's screen field. For example, we select VAS _ product category. This represents the parent header tab. Next, we need to specify which field's record we want to display on the widget. For instance, we will select product type. In the prefix field, we enter the value that will appear before the data source field. We will enter total. For the suffix, we enter the value that will appear at the end of the data source field. We will enter count. Now, save it. We will now proceed to the admin portal. After refreshing it, drag the widget into position. You will then observe that all the fields are visible on this widget. The badge field is a static display. The next field is the button, where we defined parameters under the on-click setting. Clicking on the button will redirect the user to the screen, specified by these parameters. We will now close this. The next field is the label, which solely displays its static value. Next, we have the link. The record count displayed here is based on the SQL query defined under the badge value within the link column. The subsequent fields are the Apply Data Source fields. These Apply Data Source fields display the total item count, prefix, and suffix, along with their respective counts. If we click on one of these, for instance, on 3, the system will redirect to the screen that was selected on the widget header and to the specific tab chosen for this product category screen. The 3 records are displayed here. We will now close this. The next field to observe is the total service count. There are 3 records associated with the service product type. Upon clicking this, it is confirmed that the product type for all 3 records is service. We will now close this view. The final field is total expense type. Clicking on it reveals 1 record, specifically for the expense product type. Regarding the link, when we click on it, it only displays the count value. We did not define any parameters under the on-click field, which is why it is not clickable. It simply shows the count value here. Now, I will explain what happens if there is an error within the parameters, whether those are defined on the on-click button for the button type or for the badge value. For example, if we remove this bracket from here and then save the changes and refresh the page, an error icon is displayed, indicating an issue with this particular field, which is the button. This signifies that an error exists within the on-click field, and the icon also specifies that the error field is the button. To resolve this, we will add the bracket back, save the changes, then return here and refresh the page. The button field now displays correctly. The error is removed, and the button field is visible. If we click on it, the system will redirect to the product category window. This occurs because we defined the parameters here, specifying the product action name as product category and the action type as a window. We will now return to the window. These are the fields we have created for the particular dynamic widget. These fields will display on this widget on the home page when a user logs into the system. Upon logging in, the system opens the home page. The widget will then appear in the right side panel of the home page, based on the access defined in the Mosaic Library screen. In our case, we have marked the checkbox for homepage as true. The widget will display on the home page. If any widget has its default checkbox set to true under the Size tab in the Mosaic Library screen, then that widget will be displayed by default on the homepage dashboard and landing page after login, when the screen is open. This includes the dynamic widget appearing on the landing page. When a user logs into the system, all widgets will appear by default on the right side of the homepage, under the Mosaic Library. If the user desires all widgets to appear on a specific screen, they should set the on-screen checkbox to true in the Mosaic Library screen. Consequently, the widget will display on that screen's landing page. The appearance of all widgets on the landing page is identical to those on the home page, allowing the user to interact with them consistently. Customized and dynamic widgets will appear on the landing page based on the widget types defined in the Mosaic Library screen. This is similar to the homepage dashboard where the on-screen checkbox is enabled. Let us now proceed to the widget. Here, we mark the on-screen checkbox as true and select product category as the screen. We will then navigate to this product category screen to verify if this widget appears on its landing page. Before doing this, 3 steps are necessary. First, the on-screen checkbox must be set to true if we want this widget on the landing page. The second step is to select the specific screen. The third step involves marking the Show Landing Page checkbox as true under the screen configuration for that particular screen. We will search for the product category window. Ensure the landing page checkbox is marked as true. Save the changes. Next, go to the tenant window. Log in as the tenant, perform a cache reset, and then search for the product category window. This is the landing page, which appears similar to the system's homepage that is displayed first upon login. This specific screen's landing page is available here. On this landing page, an Edit Home icon is present. All widgets specifically mapped to this screen are displayed here. We will drag and drop the widget, similar to how it is done on the homepage, and then close it. Observe that this widget is now visible on this landing page. Another icon available is the grid view. This view displays all the data associated with this specific product category screen. This is essentially a landing page where all the widgets appear on this dashboard. The next and final part involves demonstrating the advanced search functionality on a dynamic widget. An advanced search enables users to filter and locate specific data using various parameters. When applied to a dynamic widget, this means the search filters or options adjust based on the user's requirements or the data being searched. Examples of dynamic filters include parameters for order date, searching by specific data or a date range, entering a customer name to find their specific orders, or filtering by order status. The system will then display the count value alongside the advanced search data based on the applied filters. The user can access this advanced search record by clicking on it. The system will then redirect to the corresponding data records, displaying data according to the applied filters. Let us now navigate to the Onfinity system. Proceed to the Mosaic Library window. A checkbox labeled Show Advanced is located here. Marking this checkbox as true enables its display solely on the dynamic widget. If the dynamic widget type is selected, and the on-screen checkbox is marked as true for a specific screen, then the Show Advanced checkbox becomes enabled. By marking this checkbox as true and saving the record, we can then follow steps to add and understand how advanced search functions. This advanced search functionality operates exclusively on the screen's landing page. It does not function on the home page, regardless of the window selected. Let us now access the product category window. This displays a grid view. A filter icon is available for applying filters. The filter panel opens on the left side of the screen. Options such as name, custom search key, custom condition, save as, and clear all are available. Clicking the Custom Condition button reveals additional columns, specifically included, tab, column, operator, and a button. To apply a filter, select Product Category as the tab. For the column, we select Product Group, and the operator is equal to. The inquiry value is Finish Code. Clicking the Add button filters the data based on the criteria in this custom condition. This filter can be saved by name, for instance, Product Group equal to FG Finish Good. Click the Save icon, and the filter is saved and displayed in the search field, filtering all data according to the selected column in the filter panel. Close this panel. Next, add another filter. Costing method equal to average PO. Click Add again. The system now shows costing method equal to average PO as per the filtration, and the data is filtered accordingly. Close the panel once more. After adding the filter name, the system displays it in the right side search field. Clicking Add Lookup Record shows all saved filter names, such as costing method equal to average PO and product group equal to FG. To display these filters on the advanced search, we mark the Show on Landing Page checkbox as true for the selected records. For example, for costing method equal to average PO. Close the pop-up, return to the landing page, click on it, and refresh. Then, click the downward button. You will now see costing method equal to average PO with 2 records and product group equal to FG with 3 records. One thing to note is that this is not appearing correctly. I have removed the color and changed the HTML style of the widget. Now, click on Refresh to see the white widget. Whatever advanced filters we added through the lookup data, such as costing method equal to average PO, now appear on the product category widget. If we click on the count for costing method equal to average PO, the system displays the 2 records. If we go back and click on product group equal to FG Finish Good, all 3 records are displayed here. If we navigate to the home page and refresh it, you will observe that no advanced filter is displayed there. This functionality operates exclusively on the product category screen's landing page. A refresh icon is available, allowing us to refresh the particular widget. If we refresh it repeatedly, the field color or field tab color will change accordingly because we have already set the Show Random Color checkbox to true. This concludes the overview of the widget. Thank you for attending.